I am so excited to be back in Unicorn Overlord. I haven't actually been able to keep myself away from it. I know it won't look like much, but I have actually come in between streams and done a little bit more exploration. Nothing story-based. A couple of fights up here that didn't really give us anything. A little bit of exploration down here. Found these little redoable trials, auxiliary trials, so that we can actually go in and level people up, which is really, really cool. And then up here, we've got a level 38 battle, which seemed kind of wild. And at first, when I heard it would be a higher level, I was all ready to attempt to take it on. I'm feeling fairly confident with our team now. And then I saw that and I went, perhaps not. Anyway, let's get in here. We'll teleport over. We do have that green question mark on the map. I believe that is for when we find a journal entry for something or other. Part of a lot of stuff I did off stream was to get all of our items together. The only thing I did do is we got this girl who is a shaman. She specializes in reducing damage. She also has quite the sway going on. Her back is terribly broken by the massive plot on her chest. And she may or may not have some very sexy poses in battle. But I do think she is very, very cool. I'm looking forward to actually trying her out properly in a good formation. But I have been through and tried to get everyone's gear in order, all of their tactics in order. So I'm feeling quite pleased. I'm really excited to actually try it out. If it isn't the Knights of the Liberation, might I ask you a favor, good sir? You see, we've been having bandit troubles of late. All the way over there? As far as I can tell, they're using Fort Zelkova as a base of operation to conduct raids on our village. Mate, that's halfway across the country in this scale. We were hoping you folks might see fit to teach them a lesson. Drive them off for good. Sure, consider the problem dealt with. We will not allow them to keep harming innocent civilians. Oh, you truly mean it? Oh, thank you, sir. They may be few in number, but there's a woman among them who's tough as they come. So watch out. Whoa, Millie? Millie? Oh no, if her name is Millie, I'm gonna go with Millie. She has the same hammer that Morden has, which makes me very excited because I like that hammer. Oh, apologies. I couldn't help but overhear. Is it true you fight for the rebel army? Yes, it is. I am Elaine, commander of the Cornian Liberation. The Crown Prince himself? Then the rumors are true. Forgive my lack of decorum, Your Highness. I am the Knight Millie, and I have a request of you. Should you ride out to dispatch those bandits, I beg you take me with you. Oh? And why would you ask such a thing? I'm looking for someone. I believe her to be among their number. Very well then. You seem more than capable of holding your own in battle, considering you are holding about a 5... I don't actually know how heavy that is. Like, how heavy would that hammer be? 60 kgs? 40? I don't know. But know you need to obey our every command if you wish to emerge unscathed. Oh, of course, Your Highness. Oh, I'll be bringing a few of my own men along as well. Goodness gracious, okay! I was not expecting this. I thought this was main quest because it had the big old exclamation mark above it, but I am now realizing to my chagrin that we have actually had side quests that have also had the exclamation mark. So I'm feeling a little bit silly. Still, I'm also quite excited to find out what Millie is has going on, and of course try out our own teams and formations. Now, what else is here? Oh, Miriam! Maid Miriam, it is an honor. Oh, I'm honored you've come, Your Highness. Right this way. Are you main quest? Your main quest.
I am Miriam, humble servant of the Knights of the Rose.
Your order answered directly to my mother, yes?
Really?
But I fear I don't recall ever meeting you. I hope I've not offended.
Now, how old is Elaine? Because I assume he ran away when he was about 5, 6. Here he looks 17, 18 if we're going by JRPG protagonist kind of standards. So, I'm assuming there was about 10 years in between?
You've not. 10
10
years past,
years?
I was but a squire.
Wait, no, that's
and
her.
in no position to have made your acquaintance.
Ahem. And what of Kitra?
Kitra?
She went ahead to scout the city, but we've since lost contact. In sooth, I worry for her safety. Times such as these make me thankful for Fran and her griffin. They have taken wing and scour the ground as we speak.
Oh, Fran is part of your unit. I don't think I ever got that kind of clarification.
Who?
Hello, hello. Fran was
I have returned.
Welcome back. Do you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I had the countdown going.
I should be very worried.
Right?
Ah, yeah.
But I didn't actually go live.
Okay.
So now I'm live.
I see.
But there was no countdown.
Oh, I see. Oh, I got you now.
Yo, and I
Oh
feel
boy, I
very
look like such a
stupid.
creeper in the dark in the back there.
Well, then come forward a little bit. Well, you don't have to. Sorry, you don't have to. You look just fine. I do feel like my white balance is not what it was before. Hello, Wayak!
Suddenly
Indeed,
Flewt.
Suddenly Flewt, exactly. And Crimson Cantata, good to see you. How are you doing? Let me see if I can adjust that.
What about turning on the other light too?
It kind of really throws it off.
Oh. Oh, this is the whole camera. This is the whole thing in case you were ever... Oh,
They
no, it
can't
doesn't
see.
show on stream.
No,
Damn it!
it's just us.
Oh, I was tricked. I can see the whole thing.
We can see
It's not bad looking, actually.
I think it's pretty good.
I think I wish we had a shelf in the corner over there, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, again, it's not like that can be seen on streams.
Yeah. You guys can't see the disaster that is this room outside of the borders of this camera.
Oh, that's too white for sure.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm stuck with you.
Oh, okay, I'll take my hot cross buns and go home then.
Oh, that's the benefit, though.
Alrighty, there we go. Sorry, guys. Just taking a moment to try to make things look as good as possible.
Yeah.
You're busy cackling to yourself?
Yeah.
Do you want your cam on or off?
Whatever you think would be best. I think I'd like to just pop in some colorful commentary here and there, and then
Sure.
I'll squeeze in beside you if I need to show up. But otherwise, I'll just be talking.
Sounds good. Alrighty. We will let
I'm gone. Goodbye.
we will let Hemmy chill.
I've been taken off the menu, boys.
There we go. You don't have to keep sucking in for the camera.
Yeah, because I was really known for doing that.
Crimson Wayak, how are you today? What have you been up to?
Oh, I'll pull up
Now-
chat so I can see chat too.
We've just met Miriam, who is the contact we were supposed to seek out.
The name of my babysitter as a kid.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hemmy Wiki. This is some Hemmy lore for you.
Yeah, it is. I know everyone was really just anxious to have that.
We were all holding our breath for that one. The fan club will be going crazy. So, we're finally doing main quest stuff. We were meant to be meeting her. I think she has been looking for Scarlet. We will find out. And we met one of her unit, Fran, in a previous battle. So this is very exciting. We're connecting all the dots. Wayak, you're trying out the new Stardew patch. How is it? I didn't know.
Oh.
Did I know you played Stardew? I think I might have actually, sorry. But that's very exciting.
Does the patch add any new features which are of great import?
It adds hats to pets. You can put hats on pets.
That is very important.
Yeah.
I can see the wisdom of this.
Yo, it's very cute. I saw it on Twitter. It nearly sold me on the game. Okay. And you need an extra hat to put on your pet. Oh, well, this is vitally important work. How do you get a new hat? Alrighty, let's let Miriam continue.
Then we may leave the search to her.
What? What was that?
But what about us, my prince?
Why can't I hear anything? I'm definitely...
It's very quiet. Oh, is it... Did you guys hear that weird, or was that on our end?
I haven't heard anything yet.
Joseph has readied an encampment in a nearby field. We
I
make
can
for
hear it
battle
out of
as
my
soon as
right ear.
preparations allow
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Weird. It was sounding really weird to me.
Okay, I can hear it out of both ears.
Yeah?
Good.
Okay.
Yep,
I think
yep.
it must have just been a funky connection.
I think you touched it properly.
I gave it the magic touch. Very good. Crimson, what would the Hemmy fan club be called? You vote. Giant Space Himsters. This is wonderful, Crimson. Open to alternatives?
I'm not sure. I think Flewt might be the only member.
No, I'm sure we've got some others. I am unsure. I like the Giant Space Himsters, to be honest. That is quite the stroke of genius. You thought that was just how Clive talked? I think it is. I think it was on our end, Crimson. Wait, you can buy hats, but also you can find them randomly. Ooh, very good. All right, I do feel like this is priority number one, where I hope I'm not imposing, but it's very important.
And if Renault is truly bound by the same magic Hodrick was, the ring should release him with little issue.
Can you hear it?
I heard him pronounce that name as Renault, which is cursed.
Yeah, it is Renault.
It's Renault.
It's Renault.
It's Renault.
Okay.
Now come.
That's what Big French wants you to think.
Equit? Who is Equit?
I think he's the egg who got trampled into 1,000 pieces, and all the king's horses and all the king's men tried to put him back together again.
Oh, I see. Our preparations are complete, Your Highness. We stand ready to deploy at your command. In that case, allow me to ride ahead to the rendezvous point. I shall meet with Fran and Kitra myself. Understood. Be careful out there. Renault was once a brother in arms to me, my prince. I can attest he was a bold and powerful knight. This battle will doubtless prove difficult. I advise we plan our moves carefully. Before we march for Equit, my prince, allow me to offer a word of counsel regarding our tactics. It's okay, Joseph. Don't you know I am the tactics master?
If you want me to be jumping in for some of these, I'm happy to.
Sure, I'll let you know. Oh, may I have a sip?
You can have the rest if you
Oh,
want.
thank you. You sure?
Yeah, if you want. You don't have to, just, the option's open.
I did forget that I just brushed teeth.
Oh, that
Oh.
probably tastes disgusting.
It does. Wait, are we taking bets on if Renault is actually whammied or if he's naturally evil? Well, considering he was part of my mother's retinue, I'm going to say that we can probably, laser pointer him into submission.
Laser pointer.
Zenu, hello. Flewt just said they were the tactics master. Be quiet, look pretty. Wow, Zenu, goodness, rude. Hemmy is also a tactical master. He's just the real-time tactics master.
Yeah.
And I'm the
it's-
turn-based.
It is really interesting, actually, watching how, even in just something like Baldur's Gate when we were playing that, my ability to act quickly, much higher than Flewt's. Flewt's ability to make the right choice, but after 2 minutes, much higher.
Then again, I also play riskier, so...
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. It's just difference. How are you doing, Zenu? Press the plus to open Overworld menu, select character list, and then navigate to the loadout tab to edit a character's tactics. Joseph? How do you think I got here? Are we really having this tutorial now?
Wait, what?
We're having the tutorial on how to assign tactics. Like the conditions on abilities. At level 10, might I add. Although I have done a little bit of extra battling and leveling.
I'm just trying to remember if on that first stream, if we found that screen naturally, or if we just went nuts and started looking at all the menus.
I think I probably looked at all the menus.
It does sound like a very you thing to do. And then you try and figure them out and go, this doesn't make sense. And I go, yeah, well, you haven't let it introduce itself.
But I figured it out. It was very... To be fair, it was very intuitive because this is very similar to like the condition setting in Pillars of Eternity that you could do for abilities there. Mm-hmm. So maybe this was more intuitive to me than it would be for people new to this kind of thing.
I'm not saying you did wrong. I'm just saying it's a very you thing to do.
Yeah, that's true. Hello, Freddie! How are you doing? Hemmy, say hi to Freddie.
Oh, hey, Freddie.
Crimson Miriam, I'm looking for a helmet.
A helmet. I put it on my head.
But I want to make sure there's room to let my ponytail fly free. Take the metal you've applied there and use it to bulk up the visor I'm not using. Yeah, so about those, real traditional, sensible armors. You're good, Freddie. I'm glad to hear. We're doing pretty well. It's been a pretty crazy period of time for us. Lots of stress, but, we're doing well.
We're enjoying the little things where we can.
Exactly.
Like this is the first afternoon I've had to chill in a long time.
A while, yeah, for sure. Zenny, you just had your dad's 3-month ugly cry, so you went on Twitch and you were like, I hope Flewt is on. Oh, Zenu, I'm very sorry. I know the feel, but yeah, I'm glad you let yourself have a cry, and now I hope you get to just relax and chill. Crimson, Adric's plans are really good, but he comes with them right quick. In the adventure trade, I don't know why I inserted Hemmy into that. You'd be surprised how much more valuable that talent is. The D&D comic book.
Illicit Hemmy slavery.
His plans are really good, but he comes up with them quick.
What?
That is Hemmy's strong point. Although they are usually quite good too. Okay. Allow me to enlighten you on the proper usage of tactics. Sorry, I'm so shook by the fact that this is the tutorial time for them. The tactics you set determine when a character will use what skill and who they will target. If you proceed without a named tactic, your soldiers will generally confront the enemy directly before them. Yet, if you wish to fight with greater efficiency, I suggest you set conditions to determine who they'll target. Elaine will recover HP if he defeats an enemy using Lean Edge. Hence, targeting the enemy with the lowest HP makes it more likely he'll defeat his foe and trigger the healing effect. Correct. I actually have that at lowest percentage HP compared to lowest HP. I don't know if that is correct. I'm sure there are probably some characters who get crazy high HP pools, and the percentage HP is actually still higher than other characters, so maybe I should switch that. Elaine, that makes sense, yes. Having a tactic in mind, yes, I know. When choosing tactics, you must always pay attention to the priorities of the actions listed.
You sound so done with this
I cannot believe that however many hours in, this is where this tutorial pops up. Tactics and priority. On a character's turn, they'll use the highest skill on their priority list, I know. For example, if Joseph is assigned the tactics shown above, he will attack with Slice no matter what. This means he will never use Heal to aid his allies. In other words, the skills I'd like to assign our soldiers to use first should be assigned with higher priority. Just so, and the more narrow the conditions for the skill's use, the higher the priority I'd suggest you give it. By adjusting the priority of his tactics as shown above, Joseph will use Heal if the ally has less than 50% HP. Otherwise, he will attack with Slice instead. I do feel like we have a fairly good grasp of this. Where imagine getting like 5 minutes left on the demo and then suddenly it gives you another tutorial.
I've had that quite a bit, actually.
In a demo?
Yeah, there's a game I was quite interested in called Immortals of Avernum.
Oh, yeah.
Which actually seemed like a lot of fun. It's just quite pricey, and I didn't enjoy it enough that I went, oh yeah, I have to get this now. It's more of a, if it's on sale, I'll grab it, but that kind of thing. And I got to within, like, I could see the final boss that was clearly like, oh yeah, that's the boss they want me to fight kind of thing. And they were like, here's a new thing you have to figure out. I was like, I
Oh.
barely know what the last thing was.
Oh, goodness.
It was quite something.
I see.
I apologize for my tangent. Flewt, you are permitted to continue.
No, that's all right. I do think it's a little bit of a trade-off in demos of how much do you tutorialize the player so that they know how to play your demo, and how much do you just let them play the demo?
It's a very delicate balancing act. Xenu, I'm sure you can pitch on this. I've always appreciated the games where instead of just shipping the tutorial as the demo, they instead kind of lean into the power fantasy of here's what a super overpowered character will play like. Because that way you know what the game will be, not, okay, this is the first 5 minutes which I could have looked up on YouTube.
Yeah. I agree to some extent.
It depends on the type of game as well, of course.
It depends on the type of the game, the spoilers that might be there, how long you're letting someone play the demo for.
Yeah, if it's a timed or a progress thing are a huge piece of it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, there we go. Lowest HP for Elaine. If that's what was recommended, let's stick to that. Well, that was all I had to say, Your Highness. Let's move forward at once to rescue Scarlet. I don't know how you managed to survive thus far, but I hope you take my words of wisdom to heart.
What the fuck?
Leave me alone. I just got ambushed from the trees.
There's a big muscly man without a shirt
Oh
waiting
my
for
goodness. What a heckin' rude. He really
you. Is he
was.
following you?
All the way, apparently. Just,
This
oh my
doesn't seem
goodness.
like it's going
I
in your
wasn't-
best interest here.
I didn't sign up for this. I'm intrigued that there are two big stage fights so next to each other, but let's do Uprooting the Rock Rats first. Seeing as we've got a new character here, and then we'll go on to rescuing Scarlet.
Now, without oh yeah, they are rock rats.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just says Uprooting the Rock Rats.
Yeah, you're right. I just wasn't sure if it was one of those things where you started saying the wrong word and then corrected.
Oh, I see.
Because it really kind of sounds like that. Uprooting the rock rats.
The rats, whoops, yes. I can see how you
I
would
know
hear
the
that.
difference between rocks and rats. Why do you ask?
Yeah, I do. Why do you ask?
No reason.
Right, this-
Wondering why there's mouse traps in our garden and.
no reason.
Oh.
The citizens of Cornia's La Cresselle region are being hounded by a band of thieves known as the Rock Rats. Elaine agrees to deal with them and restore peace to the towns that suffer their banditry. Begin stage, yes please. Sign me up, let's see what our new girl is capable of. Uprooting the Rock Rats. Ooh.
The liberation, huh? Way I've heard it, they're barely old enough to drink, let alone wage righteous war.
Captain,
Nina.
99 Luft
pray
balloons.
leave this matter to me.
Is that the girl? That looks like, our girl's, like, twin sister is what that looks like.
Whatever vain title these rebels have granted themselves, they're not but a pack of spoiled striplings playing knight.
Oh, harsh.
Holy wow, that
Striplings
hammer.
will soon find their bones pounded
Seems
to
impractical.
flour.
I wonder how these units differ from Morden, from the big chunky hammer boys.
Well, convince me, the Vanguard's yours. Just keep your head strapped on, will you? With thieves, not common thugs.
Ah, yes, we just steal from people. We don't beat them up. Like, gosh. Priorities. Wake, you think you're the opposite. Triangle Strategies demo seemed like that, but since the party was so advanced, there was too much to figure out instead of easing into it. Yeah, I think there can definitely be a balance. I think in the games that Hemmy prefers, like action, magic, kind of power fantasy games, just being able to throw you in with a lot of abilities and mess around with those is good. I think in a tactics game, what this game did was really, really smart. Just say, here's the opening hours. You get used to it, you can carry over the save. Perfect, wonderful. I must say, Wick, for me, the Triangle Strategy demo, felt misleading in a way.
Yeah.
Not because it wasn't what the game was, but I loved that demo. I had so much fun with the demo. And then the actual game just took... it took so long to get to any kind of point that was like the demo. And it also just wasn't as well designed as the demo was. I remember playing the demo and being like, this is amazing, this is so clever, and then just about every fight that I played in Triangle Strategy was like, I don't know, it didn't feel the best. It's been a little while since I played, so my thoughts aren't super organized on it. I just remember being a little disappointed.
You have my word, sir.
I don't know about that new recruit of yours, boss. The girl's got guts and she works like a mule, but she ain't common folk like us.
Last I remember, I never asked you your pedigree. I don't care to ask hers, neither.
Alrighty.
I never asked for your dog food.
Nina, Melee, Bryce, Sven, Kurt, and the Rock Rats. I wonder if we're going to be able to recruit a bunch of these guys. Our goal in this battle is the capture of the bandit stronghold, Fort Zelkova. However, it would seem they've been made aware of our approach and stationed a vanguard to intercept us in a nearby town. A word before we depart, Your Highness? If you come across a woman named Nina among their ranks, I ask you let me speak to her. She's my sister. Aha! Well, there we go. That explains why you're searching for her. We would be glad to assist, Melee. Melee has joined the Liberation Army temporarily. It must be noted. Why would they have names if they're not recruitable? Because we've had so many named people that aren't recruitable this far. But I agree, I keep seeing all these named, characters, and I keep going, okay, surely they're going to be recruitable, right? Bryce. But definitely Nina. I think Nina's and Melee are probably recruitable, or we could lose them. So what is she?
A singer.
I stand ready.
99 has Luftballons.
How do there we go. Stats? That's not it. Details. She's a warrior. I thought the warriors were all the chonky dudes. I didn't know we had both male-female versions of classes.
Now, this not as a piece about gender, but she does not look like a warrior. Just with how tiny she is.
She's
and
tiny and very
such
cute.
a small frame, and
even the armor is not very warrior-esque. Fascinating. Okay. Very cool. She's straight up just a warrior. Fantastic. And we've got another female warrior here. Awesome. That is great to know. I think she's super duper cute. I just didn't realize we had male-female versions of characters. Okay, so let's deploy. No, let's have a look at what kind of battlefield we've got. We've got a lot of these barricades. A lot of those barricades. Then we have a lot of tanky boys backed up by ranged support. Okay. Understood. I'm trying to think if I should send a flying unit in to deal with this lot. It's probably a little too risky.
More flying units are more good.
More flying units are very good. To be fair, there's no cavalry in this fight, so our anti-cavalry team is probably on the benches for this one. And then they've got some healing assists up here, which will be super easy to take care of. We can't send in heavily armored units so much, or we
What about
can.
the magic people?
Magic people we will absolutely send in.
Yeah.
But a heavily armored tank is going to get absolutely destroyed by all of these warriors here. So let's see, who are we sending out? I mean, why not, Zenu? Because any flying unit gets destroyed by archers.
I'm wondering if Zenu was responding to Wayek's question of why they have names if they're not recruitable.
Oh, that's quite possible. Sorry. I wasn't keeping track. So the question here is, what am I going to do? We've got ranged assists. To deal with the archers, I think we take Rolf's team, because Lex is very good at defending against archers. I will make Jenny our party lead so that she can give us some healing assists.
It's a tricky wicket for sure, but it's not completely non-diegetic. No, I'm... Sorry, let me try that line again. No, I'm fine with sugar. Thank you for your concern, though, Zenu.
What?
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 Have I lost the plot?
Yes.
Okay.
That was years ago, though.
Kaino, how are you, Kaino? It's good to see you. Okay, so I take that back. I am going to make Rolf the leader of this team so that I can have some ranged assist. I'm going to make... Am I, though? Hold on. What if I switch Rolf out for Orban, who helps us break barricades more easily?
Getting the redhead in.
Because his leader skill helps us break gates and barricades more easily. And he will lend some much needed damage to this team. Then, so we won't take him against the heavy armored units at all. We'll take them against the archer units. This team can deal with infantry and heavy armor reasonably well. We will make Sharon the lead for some healing assists. And then over here, I need someone else to be tank. So, let's see. Maybe we put Morton in front. I mean, he's very squishy. But we could...
Dead by Daylight. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
That's a game I've always wanted to check out because it seems exactly like my cross-section of game, with some exception.
Yeah.
But I find it so hard to play games where the weapons have durability.
Oh, does it?
Everything I have seen leads me to believe that every single weapon has a quite limited durability. And that makes me sad because I'm one of those people where I always have to have 100% health or, max ammo. It bugs me when it is not the case. And so knowing I can never hit anything lest my weapon go to 99% durability would make it very hard to play.
I see. Understood. Now I'm trying to...
You ever played a game like that?
Like what?
Like in the manner where you always have to have max health or stamina or whatever it is. Otherwise it bugs you?
No, not really.
No? Yeah, me neither. That would be weird.
I'm not quite as pedantic. I tend to let those things run down pretty easily because
Unless
I
it's
don't like
loot,
managing them.
And then hell or high water, that loot shall be brought with.
Yeah.
You're not obsessive, just a kleptomaniac.
Correct. Get it right.
Oh.
Okay, so I think actually I'm going to move Morden to the back here. And I would love to take Berenice out. You okay?
Yeah.
What?
The whole reloading thing. Wayek, yes.
If I'm not firing, I'm reloading. I'm so bad at that. I will keep firing until the game auto reloads for me. But Hemmy does the same. If he's not firing, he's reloading.
If I've shot one bullet, I will instantly reload. Even if the game goes, every time you reload, you'll die. It doesn't matter. It's worth it.
Yeah, this exactly. So I don't know much about Dead by Daylight, but what is it?
It's a open world zombie survival game. You'll have to help me out here, kind of, because I haven't really played it. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it because I really enjoy seeing it, but I couldn't play it. It would bug me. But You run around doing parkour in the post-apocalyptic world of city whatever it's modeled after,
my
you know,
turn?
imaginary city A sort of thing, I think. And you just run around killing zombies. There's a story and quests, presumably. Probably very Walking Dead-esque.
Okay.
That's about it.
Right.
I'm very happy to be wrong on 100% of that. That's just what I've seen.
Understood. Okay, so I'm going to put out the tank killing and the archer killing teams. So what I'm hearing is that I probably wouldn't enjoy Dead by Daylight.
It's very Twitch reaction, panic in the right way sort of game.
Right, yeah. That sounds stressful.
What sounds stressful is playing chess.
What do you mean? I get to take my time, chill.
Like the exact kind of games you like.
Yeah.
Again, not that you shouldn't like them. It just
await
does
your
not
next
sound
command.
relaxing to me. Like, what if you didn't only have to worry about yourself, but your three closest friends who are relying on you for their lives? No! I can barely take care of myself. I'm a man-child who likes candy. I don't want to be responsible for 3 other people.
But then you also get all of their skill sets to play
I already
with.
get all of their skill sets. I abuse Freddie and
the
Mercedes for their
fun.
skill sets all the time.
Oh, I see.
I just don't have to take care of them.
Right.
I abuse Freaky's 40k knowledge frequently.
Oh, I see. Oh my good lord. All right, our
Freddy
shaman
can't
is
confirm.
absolutely destroying people here. Freddy. I'm sorry, Freddy. I didn't know this is what you had to deal with. Goodness gracious. All right, clean up, team. Very nice.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? I should possibly put Constantine in that team instead of Orc, all things considered. Now, I don't particularly want to just run in here with so much ranged support going on, so I'm kind of letting them come to us, but I apparently am still in range of the ranged
I'll not
support,
lose.
surprisingly enough. So, this was not a team I wanted against all of these warriors, or in range of archers, but I think we're just going to have to deal with it.
Your body grows heavy.
And as soon as I've got a valor point, we'll bring on some healers.
Did she just say your body grows heavy?
Yeah,
What a joke.
Like some sort of Jedi mind trick?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She literally removes their passive points and reduces their initiative. So
Oh, interesting.
very much is Jedi mind
You don't
tricking
get
them.
to see a turn order, do you?
You don't, no.
It's not like you control them, so I know the utility would be limited. I just think it'd be interesting to see.
Took you long
Yeah.
enough.
Just to see what exactly. I mean, you see it once it plays out, really.
I'm not
Oh, yeah,
letting
yeah,
down.
Yeah. I didn't mean to do that. You guys are going and getting those archers, which is wonderful. Do I have a valor point? Oh, I do. Do I bring out Sharon's unit? I
grace of the
absolutely do. We
Holy
need that
Unicorn.
healing assist.
Did you need
Come,
me?
team, move.
I advance.
Go. Please.
This battle is
Wonderful.
mine.
This team of all warriors is not the strongest against just the average Joe soldier.
For whatever reason, it seems very out of place to have all of these, you know, medieval JRPG fantasy names like Villeneuve Delacroix or whatever, and then Sharon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like even Sharon feels a little bit exotic.
Maybe it's just that I've known Sharons and it feels strange to have quite an ordinary name in the middle of all
Right.
this.
Yeah, fair enough.
By the day.
I think we've felt that way about a few of the more ordinary names, right? We were talking about that with someone else. I can't remember who.
I don't remember.
No, me
Maybe
neither.
it's just the relatability of a being green-haired boy running around showing strange
Oh.
women your pickle.
That's right. we had Travis.
Wait, which,
And then-
which, for those uninitiated, is a reference to another game we played, and nothing more.
It's a reference to Fire Emblem Engage. But no, I was remembering we have Travis, very normal name, and then his sister, which was like Berenice or Berenice or something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're looking good now, team. These guys take out those archers. Oh yeah. Destroy them. Let's go. Now I do need to pay careful attention. There's been some war cry, some additional skills and tactics put down. Very good. So war cry increases Orban's physical damage.
I am watching over
nice.
Flewt's shoulder.
Yeah?
And who's red hair boy? What's his name again?
Lex.
Lex.
Yeah.
Imagine hitting someone in the head downwards so hard that they pop back up.
They pop back up.
Well, he always hits down, like in a downward sort of crush them sort of motion, and they always pop up
I see.
on the death thing.
Oh, I see.
And it makes me think their spine's being compressed to such a point that it has a
And then they
spring-like
spring back.
quality.
I see. Hello, Calyx. How are you doing?
Hey, Calyx, I've heard so much about you.
Or have you just watched a lot of podcasts?
Not as much as perhaps I should have.
That's all right. You've heard it all through me.
Yeah.
We're doing fairly well, Calyx. Thank you. I played, we downloaded the Dragon's Dogma character creator
Oh, so
last
excited.
night.
Yeah.
Yes, so I have messed around with that a good bit.
I can't. I guess this is not a huge spoiler, but I have been able to just get my grubby little hands all over every edition, collector's edition, everything of the game for like a week now.
Oh, yeah.
Without being allowed to play it. And it's just so frustrating to sit there going, it's there! I'm not allowed to play it! Give me game!
Yeah. Oh my goodness, ouch. We just got destroyed by those arrows. Oh, you
We
guys-
actually haven't played too much of the character creator yet, just for
We
time.
haven't,
And I think
no.
I'd like to do some more of that tonight.
That's something.
Be fun.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was doing some this morning, but even still not that much considering, like, I haven't even touched on the tattoo options. Now, that actually really hurt.
And in-game tattoos,
Cleric
too.
is going down. Yeah, that's true. You have 17 hours?
That's insane.
My
You should
goodness,
absolutely post some
Caleb.
screenshots of the characters you made, because if you don't
Yes.
have good characters after that, we have no hope.
I've seen a couple of Calyx's characters.
Have
They're
you?
really cool.
Why haven't I?
I don't know.
Rude.
I saw them at work. Well, while I was at work. Excuse me. I think Joker ended up looking really good, Calyx. I think the biggest problem I have is not a problem so much as it's just cause and consequence. Thank you for the blesses.
You sound like a. You sound like you're in denial. I don't have a problem. It's just, it causes some consequences that I don't want to talk about.
Well, no, what I mean is that the character creator is so in-depth and detailed. But, and again, I really like this, all of the faces look so lifelike, like they've clearly been taken from real people, modeled off real people. They're flawed, they're not perfectly symmetrical. Like, there are some great faces. They're really cute. I love them. The skin tones as well are so impressive, very realistic. But that means all the skin texture, flaws, discoloration, like that's all there. And that's wonderful. But when you're trying to make a character that is styled after anything, essentially, usually those things you're trying to style them after have quite heavy makeup or very intricate designs makeup-wise, or are like cartoon characters that aren't particularly flawed. And so you can't, for me, it's very hard to
We
do
might want to
heavy
take this.
makeup when it doesn't look like you've got any foundation on. It just looks messy. So So I was trying to make like inspired
complete.
characters
What
earlier
shall I
this
do
morning,
now?
and it just wasn't quite working out.
Our success is in.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was a very poorly attempted explanation. Let's move on. I feel like I've
On my way.
talked myself in a circle.
What's it like feeling like me?
You're
Our
good with
success is
words. What do you mean?
I'm always talking myself into circles. And into
This
holes.
foe will be
I
difficult.
refuse to yield.
Into holes?
Yeah.
The fight may
Digging
already
myself
be
into
lost.
holes that I can't get out of.
You do dig yourself into holes, yes. But you tend to be able to talk your way out of them.
Yeah.
Whereas I won't even have a hole and I'll talk my way into one. You know?
I'm gonna leave that alone and instead refocus in on whatever's happening with Nina there.
Nina, is that you, Millie? What are you doing here? I'm coming to get you back. Mother and Father are worried sick about you. The only worry Father has is for his own reputation as Lord. Hold on, she's nobility? Why is she prowling around with a pack of thieves, then? That's a complicated question. It all began when she failed in her attempt to achieve knighthood. Wow.
Cheat knighthood? What?
Achieve
Oh.
knighthood. To be honest, I don't understand how it happened myself. She's always been brilliant, you know. Far more so than I. Yeah, and most orders of knights will take any hands they can get. They must have had good reason for rejecting her. The next person who speaks of this will have their tongue crushed by my hammer.
Oh. Cheerful.
Looks like she's not too happy with us. I bet fighting's the only way we'll get through to her. Really? Okay, well, let's
Our
go beat her up
success is
then.
Inevitable.
Time to go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Prepare to be crushed beneath the weight of my hammer.
I'm going to have to cut out that whole makeup talk from the
No, you have to leave
from
it
the
in.
pod. Nobody wants to hear me ramble incoherently for that
I
long.
think that's.
I'm so embarrassed.
I think that's what most of the streams are.
At least there's some aim to it.
My aim was to become educated.
Okay, do you feel more educated?
I do actually.
I feel like I could do it better with a demonstration, but it's all stuff I've just had to learn over the years.
Well, yeah, but I haven't, so I wanted to find out.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate
You're
you
my
asking.
cheat sheet to the feminine side that I am so out of touch with.
I see. I really appreciate you asking
just
because it's
glad
fun
it's
to talk
over.
about it.
Yeah, like anything you have to learn and figure out and enjoy doing, it's, you know, sometimes fun to share.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's sometimes very confusing when someone says, yes, foundation. The thing that we're all familiar with, and I'm going, is that the... is that the... Which jar of poison is that I've accidentally touched once?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that the one I get sprayed with? Or is that the one that is applied to me against my will?
There's
Are you hurt?
there's a whole array of like different levels of coverage you can get in Foundation as well that I had to learn and
Like insurance plans?
no, as in how much it covers your skin. How transparent it is.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Because
The opacity
For-
rating of it
Yeah.
once applied.
yeah, for like TV, or sometimes in real life when you say, oh, she looks really cakey, it's a really thick or really high coverage foundation.
Oh, I thought it had a very different context.
Cakey?
Yeah, look at that cake.
Okay, no, look at that cake is totally different to her makeup or her face looks cakey.
Oh. Oh, I have some apologies to make, I think.
Okay, we picked up a collar with counter. Oh no, it's a belt. Activates after an enemy attacks with an active skill.
When you
Counter-attack
equipping on your
single enemy.
companions.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh,
Enough of this savagery, Nina. Come home, I beg of you.
I have no home. Not anymore. My failure as a knight has stamped a permanent blemish on our noble family's honor.
what are you talking
That's what
about?
Father would say. I'm certain of it.
If I may, Millet is here because she loves you, Nina. Honor and knighthood have nothing to do with it. The rift in your family is stark, that much I can tell. But I'd advise you mend it all the same. If not for you, then for your sister.
I'll not take counsel from a blue-haired fop, thank you.
A blue hair
As if you
what?
could possibly understand the pain I've suffered. I hope you get tiny bits of eggshell in all your omelets for the rest of your life.
What a
I thought
horrific
for sure
curse.
she said thought.
That would be very
Be
funny.
gone, thought.
Be gone, you blue-haired thought.
Kind of wish that was what was happening.
It would be great.
No matter how hot her blood boils, that's as harsh as her tongue can get. She truly is proper to a fault.
I mean, that was a pretty horrific curse. Also, Weg, sorry, thank you for the clip. I appreciate that.
Long were the days she'd wax poetic about the virtues of knighthood and her dream of becoming a shield to the weak.
Not exactly a temperament suited to banditry.
So, interesting. I wonder if we defeat them at the end and she has a change of heart.
Guide me, oh father.
What I do need is more
that
stamina. Where's the other team here? You guys need to rest before we get ambushed. And you lot aren't looking too good, but I'm hoping I can take down the mages here without too much
running.
hassle. Very good. Maybe she'll listen if Elaine dyes his hair. Yeah, maybe if he dyes it to brown. Well, then she'll just have to insult something else. Maybe she'll insult Lex instead.
As someone who's had to create a lot of very original insults over the years, fixing the one fault the bully came after you for, it ain't gonna stop it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, if they want to harass you, they will.
You know.
Doesn't really matter what for. Oh, smoked nuts is not what I'm going for here. I want a revival orb. What?
Without context, that is much funnier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about correcting one little thing that a bully does. Smoked nuts.
Look, Your Majesty, that campsite should be a good place for rest. To rest for a moment and replenish our energy. As they say, you can't wage war on an empty stomach. Best make use of it while we can. That would have been good to know before I set my unit to resting. Campsites. You can order units to camp at any campsite in a battle stage. Camping restores HP and stamina of all allied units in the area and revives any incapacitated members of those units. However, a given campsite may only be used once per stage. That's awesome! Neat. Okay. That's a huge area as well. That's really, really cool and would have been good to plan around. Anyway,
We needn't be afraid
I'm
any
sure we'll be
longer.
fine. There we go. Look at all those valor points. You folks from Liberation, I've been hearing so much about. Here, take this. Thank you. I will take the healing font. That is massively helpful.
Try and make this fun, yeah?
I love making different people leader and hearing their little snarks. Unless it's Ginny. I remember I made Ginny when I couldn't hear the game, and I didn't
remember you telling
realize.
me,
Yeah, and now she just sounds.
Hold on.
Apathetic.
Yeah. Like she wants absolutely nothing to do with any of this.
You see that?
Maybe it's not all bad.
Who was the guy who just said, "You see that"?
That was Orban.
He sounded like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
That's excellent. Maybe he is.
I wish.
Oh, Ginny leveled up. That was about the most enthusiastic she's ever sounded.
See, Chloe? I can do stuff.
Lex acquired a new skill at level 10. Activates before being hit by a physical attack. Block an enemy attack with a medium guard. Okay, sure.
Wasn't even
Is he a
worse.
tank?
He's supposed to be, but he's so much squishier than literally everyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been historically hard to.
Keep alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't help that we haven't really had any healing for him.
We've had Pocket Sand, gal.
We have, but she's been in different
I
teams.
refuse to yield.
Because otherwise they
Oh, I
wouldn't have had enough damage in that team.
see.
To be fair, we can now have 4 people per team. So that helps significantly. And I
You know what this
probably-
feels like? The main guy, Elaine.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Alain?
Elaine. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
It kind of feels like you're one of those K-pop industry companies.
Yeah.
Because anytime he starts caring about someone, whether that's Lex or someone else, you put them in different teams and go, no, you must remain pure for your fan base.
What do you mean? We've had Elaine and Lex on the same team since the start.
Are they still on the same team?
Yeah, we have to fuel the
Oh.
fan service.
Sorry, I thought that he was on a different team just now.
No. They're specifically kept together because otherwise the fan base will get upset that the dynamic has changed and then we won't earn any more money.
I hope
see.
you find
Yeah.
peace.
Okay.
So even if they break up, we got to keep them together
For the drama.
for the drama.
Then Trixie and Katya can react to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know the name of that show.
I
Do you
stand
know?
ready.
I think it's just Trixie and Katya watch,
Something like that.
something like that.
There's a little series we watch on YouTube where two very, very funny
No right.
Drag queens.
drag queens react. I'm trying to think of what the right word is, because they watch the whole thing
Yeah.
and then they're very, very funny.
They're
and I
very
guess
funny.
they react isn't really as appropriate a word as I guess I'd like to see. They commentate on.
Yeah.
They share thoughts on whatever that series is. And it's a lot of like daytime television, you know, blind dating, relationship
But also some movies.
sort of thing. Yeah, some
Yeah.
movies for sure. That just seems to be their main bread and butter. is
Yes.
That stuff.
That's true.
I'm
They're very
prepared for
funny. They're very good if you
Yeah.
want to look them up.
Every time a new one comes out, we're instantly watching it.
Yeah. Now, who
I can't even remember which of us started watching that first.
It was me.
Was it?
And then I showed you. Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Yeah. And I was quite nervous about showing you because I didn't know if you'd like them.
Why?
I don't know. It's
I don't like the shows they usually react to. I don't think I'd be caught dead watching them.
no, you wouldn't.
But they're funny.
They are very funny.
On my way.
Okay, let's camp.
I await your next command.
Camp and heal. Yes, please. Wonderful. We've got so many Valor points now. I need to go steal some money or something.
Ah, yes, as all heroes do.
I'm feeling so valorous. Let me steal something. Very good. I'm ready for this life of crime.
Should we only keep our focus?
Okay, let's hold right there. Oh, except now it's going to be so hard to figure out who's doing what. No. Whose team has the rogue in it? You. Valor skills. Plunder. That's what I'm after. How many times can I do it in a row? Yoink. War funds. That's
Guide
quite
me,
a
O
few.
Father.
Did someone just say, I am your father? Oh, I've stolen all their gold. Oh, well, they're not very good thieves then, are they? That wasn't all that much gold.
I've
I'm
arrived.
starting to feel like you're more like the British.
I'll not
You just keep taking stuff.
Oh, yeah, well, they have stuff to take.
Added to the war fund. Put it in the museum. We'll make a law about not returning it.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll conquer everyone and say that we were the good guys.
Yeah, we'll slowly build Starbucks around them until their will to resist has diminished.
I love how Elaine now keeps coming in and defending Lex.
Does he?
Honestly, Elaine feels tankier than Lex, even though I'm pretty sure he's meant to be the balanced one and Lex is meant to be the tank.
Not
goodness,
exactly
we just-
the overeager kids I thought they were.
We've made this guy see stars. The overeager kids? What do you mean we are the overeager kids? We're just very good at it. Yeah, good job, Lex. You showed him who's boss. Now she can give Elaine an extra AP now when she heals him, which I think is just wonderfully good. That boosts our DPS a good little bit.
There was some wonderful timing on the tutorialization of that, because I saw that and I went, did she just give it, or was that the indicator of taking it away?
You know,
like for her using it.
Yeah, she's got a very cool new
That's crazy strong.
weapon. Yeah, right.
I wonder if that's a class thing or if that's a her thing. Because if that's a class thing, you could have one unit of just the dude on the horse and 5 healers all just turning him invincible into a tank.
Right? It's a weapon. It's a cleric-specific weapon.
Oh, I
That
see.
gives you the skill to heal, and that heal additionally gives AP.
Is that a special effect of that weapon, or is it a skill based on that archetype of weapon?
I think it's a passive?
Okay.
Or... No, is it an active ability? I think it's an active ability. Hold on, I'm gonna have to double check, because suddenly I
More
don't-
like, is it a unique effect of that specific weapon, or can all maces...
Oh, no, that specific
that?
weapon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, we got an ironclad tower shield with wall. Grants the user a buff that negates 1 physical attack. Okay, I mean, any unit that can use a shield already is not particularly fussed, but the plus 50% guard efficiency
It
is
does
nice.
mean that it helps if you have that unit as a tank in with no healer. That suddenly becomes much more valuable.
That's true.
Because you've been pretty good at spreading out the heals, but I can't imagine that's a universal one.
No, it's not. And maybe if they get hit by a warrior with their anti-tank hammers,
Oh, yeah.
that would probably help a lot. Oh, I don't stand a chance against knights like you. All units, retreat.
What was that slide whistle?
It was him escaping.
All right.
That was wonderfully cartoony. That's far faster than I would have expected a man of his size to run.
Nimble like a jaguar.
What a cheater of a man. And we didn't
Oh,
get...
cheetah.
Cheetah, yeah.
Oh, right. I thought you said cheater.
Same, right?
What? Is it?
Cheetah the cat.
Yeah.
Cheetah the cheater.
What?
They're like pronounced the same.
Oh, yeah,
Looks like all
by,
our boys made it out in one
some
piece.
accents. Some of us use the letters in the words.
Oh, no, ours aren't pronounced.
Yeah. Actually, there's one guy at work who sounds remarkably American, and then I keep getting caught out every time he says something slightly Kiwi-esque, and I go, oh yeah, you also don't know how to speak.
What makes him sound American?
I don't know. He just said he grew up watching a lot of American movies and TV, and that was most of his exposure because he grew up in the country, and
Gotcha.
so just kind of grew up with a American accent.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, I'm fully expecting her to defect from this group at some point in time.
Shook off anyone that might be following too.
Why?
I thought it might happen when we defeated
Rats
them.
ain't the sharpest animal in the bunch, but we always know when to tuck our tails and scurry home.
Do you want to be compared to rats?
Yeah, is that like a favorable metaphor for you right there? It doesn't seem like something to boast
I say,
about.
as a rat on the zodiac calendar.
Are you really?
Yeah. So are you.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh. Gross. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Ayak. That is a perfect moment to clip.
I made lofty promises of a victory fair and true. Yet all I could muster was a beaten whimper. And now we've lost the very stronghold we call home.
Couple of walls don't mean weak ale to a pack of thieves. It's not like us to stick around one place too long anyway. But I am cutting you loose.
Oh.
I'm... sorry?
Well, never came up
You
before,
should be.
but us rats don't got much in the way of family. Orphans and scamps, the whole lot.
How does that...
A fellow of yours gave me the whole scoop. You got people out there who want you home more than life itself.
Those people are nothing to me. I've renounced my past just like they renounced me.
You say that now, but you'll regret it when death comes knocking. There's no making good with a tombstone, kid.
Ooh, wise words.
So go on, your sister's waiting for you.
Don't forget to take your share of the loot on your way out.
Aw, what a nice group.
Oh, and get out of the thieving life, will ya? Get yourself clean before the dirt's sunk in too deep to wash off.
My friends.
Oh, that was kind of sweet. Despite their weird rat metaphor.
Despite how weird they are as rats.
I find it difficult to consider this campaign a successful one. We set the bandits to rout, but lost sight of Nina in the process.
Exactly, Wayak. What a nice group of rats.
You have my gratitude nonetheless, Your Highness. I'll begin my search for her anew right away.
Oh, that was a quick search.
I accept defeat. You win, Millet.
I wish everything I lost turned up when I said I'd start searching for it.
I know.
Then you'll come home with me?
I still can't find the headphones I borrowed or I lent it to Frankie.
Really? Oh, the ear tip.
No, the whole headphones.
The whole headphones.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been looking for them. Yeah.
Oh.
I told you this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was those headphones.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's okay.
That I can't do.
I'm used to not being heard.
You've got too many headphones.
Yeah, but not those
Whatever
ones.
do you mean?
I first plan to join the Liberation and fight beside them to bring Zenoira to heal.
We are the Liberation. Why are you fighting us then?
You do?
All this time I've
She
fussed
forgot
and
to
fretted over
keep the
achieving
inside
knighthood.
thoughts in. Because we're definitely the bad guys, but we call ourselves the Liberation.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's perfect for a teen rebelling against their parents. Ah, Freddy, okay. No, that's totally understandable. I gotcha.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Oh, rude.
Yeah. The rats are really charming. Did you not just see?
Sure.
But a woman needs no title to stand in defense of another.
True enough.
And thus I'll fight and see my dream of shielding the weak fulfilled.
Oh.
It's a tough gig, you know. We'd all have kicked it 100 times over if we didn't have Elaine here leading the charge.
Not to mention that we're almost always outnumbered. Though all the more reason to accept volunteers, I'd say.
I'm prepared to weather whatever hardship comes before us. What do you say, Your Highness? Will you grant me the honor I so greatly desire?
A fair proposal.
Accept, of course.
'Tis a noble cause to stand in defense of those who can't defend themselves. It's one I aspire to myself. Let us take up that fight together.
My thanks, Your
Finally
Highness.
bought nut. Oh, let me know how the nut feels. Very good.
I'm happy for you, kinda.
I enjoyed the nut.
As for the rest of you, I'll dedicate every fiber of my being to our cause. I only request your patience as I do so.
You don't even have to ask. Good to have you aboard, Nina.
Can't complain about another pair of hands.
I see there'll be no dissuading you on this. Rest assured, you can leave matters at home to me.
Thank you, Millet. And please, tell Mother and Father I love them.
I kind of thought Millet would join us. And maybe Nina? I didn't expect Nina to be joining us, but not Millet. But this is neat. But kind of, I'm very excited. Oh, you have to let us know how she is. Freddy, Nut or Newt is the newest god in Smite.
But it's definitely not.
It's not supposed to be.
Well, they shouldn't have spelled it that way then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were just banking on all the memes and jokes.
I mean, it's great marketing.
It really is. Uprooting the rats complete. That was cool. That was a fun wee fight. I do feel like I have become quite nicely leveled. We handled that with much aplomb. Thank you for everything, Your Highness. I can finally return home in peace. Please, just watch Nina for me. I'll be alright, Millet. My own battle still lies ahead. Indeed it does. Be well, Nina. I'll tell our parents you're safe. Toodaloo! Bye, Millet. It was fun working with you. I liked seeing you swing your hammer. It would seem that then. It would seem that's that then. May our partnership be a fruitful one. Nina joined the Liberation Army. Fantastic welcome to the team, Nina. I'm very happy to have a female warrior on board. I wonder if we can recruit like generic female warriors. Let's see. There we go. Warrior. Awesome. That's really, really cool. But I mean, I don't like the generics look so much that I am going to take her instead of Nina. We've got a hoplite here as well. None of them seem unique in any way, so I'm going to leave that.